Hello dear friends. This video describes in detail how I caught the hacker who attacked the SperaxUSD project. For catching the hacker and helping to recover the funds, the Sperax project team paid me some reward. Now, I will tell you about it in detail. So, on the 4th of February 2023 in the official Telegram group of the security company PeckShield, there was a message that the team at Project Sperax had asked the hacker to get in touch. There was also specified the address of the wallet and the address of the contract, which belonged to the hacker. In that message, the Sperax project team assumed that the exploit was unintentional, that is, the hacker probably accidentally committed the exploit and took possession of the SperaxUSD protocol funds. Also on February 5, the Sperax project team published a tweet stating that on February 4 there was an exploit of SperaxUSD protocol, which is located in the Arbitrum network. As a result of this exploit of SperaxUSD protocol, the hacker managed to obtain crypto assets worth more than $300,000. Regular members of the PeckShield community always keep a close eye on new messages in the official PeckShield Telegram group. And the message about the next one exploit immediately attracted attention. The cursory examination of the hacker's address reveals that the address is not a new address, but has been used by the hacker for a long time. This address exists in several networks, and for this address, in some networks, the hacker has even acquired names. For example, on the main Ethereum network, the hacker's address has the name Kacharanasafeth. At the same time, for the Binance Smart Chain network, this address has the name 23232323.bnb. The fact that the hacker's address is not new, as well as the fact that this address is located on multiple networks, as well as the fact that the hacker acquired names for this address, all of this leads me to believe that this hacker was in fact a random hacker, and that this hack was in fact unintentional. In essence, this hack was an accidental hacker. But the hack was committed, which meant that the hacker had to be found if he did not return the funds to the project team on his own. Thus, I immediately began my independent investigation, and the results of this investigation I published online in the official Telegram group PeckShield. Within minutes of starting my independent investigation, a Google search pointed me to the fact that the hacker has an account on Apencia, where he trades NFT tokens. The next 30 minutes of my leisurely search led me to the hacker's Twitter account. To reach the Twitter account belonging to the hacker, I used the Twitter search box. To do this, all I had to do was type in the name of the hacker's address on the BSC network, i.e., the name 23232323.bnb, and the result of the search was successful. The Bitcoin Block Explorer, which I often use, showed me other hacker-related addresses. A search on Twitter showed me the ownership of these related addresses, and that the hacker apparently owned several Twitter accounts, which in turn was confirmed during my further investigation, during which I also identified additional accounts of the hacker that are located on OpenSea, and that this occasional hacker is primarily engaged in collecting free promising NFTs, which he then sells on OpenSea. Also, I discovered the hacker's Twitter account, which, for some unknown reason, was recently deleted, but is still available in the hash memory of the internet. The clear linking of the hacker's addresses, with multiple transactions between them, as well as the use of Bitcoin Block Explorer and the Mistrack platform, allowed me to determine that the hacker had previously made a deposit to the Binance exchange. This means that it is likely that the hacker has probably successfully passed the kick verification process, and if his kick is not fake, then Binance has his details, including his first and last name, country and residence address. Since the course of my investigation was published by me online in the official PeckShield group, it probably served that the SperaxUSD protocol team, in their tweets, thanked the PeckShield team and other partners for their support, and also pointed out that they had identified the hacker accounts located on centralized exchanges. I gave this post a big like, hoping that the Sperax project team, who now have data on the hacker, will be able to recover the funds. Likewise, in my soul, I honored the pride that I had been able to assist in the investigation to ensure that justice was served. Also, in order to increase the chances of justice and make the hacker think about returning the funds to the SperaxUSD protocol on his own, which means, to a greater extent, the return of funds to the investors of this protocol to better guarantee the success, I decided to publish in the official SperaxUSD Telegram group the final data of the accounts belonging to the hacker. But this action, provided that the hacker read the official SperaxUSD Telegram group, I let the hacker know that he should contact the Sperax team to return the funds on his own. A few hours went by. Looking through the Sperax project news and looking at the hacker's address, I didn't see anything that said the hacker had started to return the funds. With enough information about the hacker, that would be enough time to find a way to contact the hacker, and the hacker began to return the funds to the project. But nothing like that happened. So I figured that if no one wants to push the hacker any further towards a refund, then I have to find a way to contact the hacker to push the refund process forward. To do this, using the laws of logic, I was able to figure out the Telegram username that belongs to the hacker. I wrote a private message to the hacker using Telegram. In my message I asked the hacker if he was really a SperaxUSD exploiter. I also told him that he was fully identified. So that the hacker was finally cornered, and so that he could not even think about fleeing with the money, I pointed him the link where all his data was supposedly publicly published. In fact, that link led to a publicly available public resource, which identifies the location of anyone who clicks on that link. I did it only because I realized that the hacker, in his confusion, would quickly click on this link, and he would take away that his location was determined. Accordingly, the hacker would realize that he was now completely cornered. The hacker clicked the link I provided and was completely pinched. Perhaps this move didn't leave the hacker a single chance to think about it, and he was left with no other option but to return the funds to the Sperax project. Soon, the hacker sent me a reply. He said that the hack was unintentional. He wanted to return the funds to the Sperax project team, but they were not responding to his messages. The hacker asked me for more contacts of the Sperax team so that he could contact them. I didn't answer the hacker anything. I only reported it in the official SperaxUSD Telegram group, and I also reported it in the official PeckShield Telegram group. In a private message with a member of the team PeckShield, I pointed out the username of the Telegram which belongs to the hacker, as well as a screenshot of the correspondence with the hacker. Members of the PeckShield team contacted the Sperax team directly and provided them with this information. A few hours later, the Sperax team published an update, stating that the hacker intended to return the funds. And I, in turn, as a joke in my message, expressed my hope to get at least a keg of beer for my help in getting the funds back. A few hours later, the hacker returned the equivalent of $300,000 to the team of Sperax project, as it can be seen in the transactions, as well as in the official tweet of SperaxUSD. The next day, the Sperax team held an AMA, which summarized some results of the SperaxUSD exploit. There was no mention in this AMA that I helped them get the funds back. In the video recording of that AMA and in the text version, there is only an indication that the Sperax team found the hackers linking accounts themselves, including his Binance account. Based on the words in this AMA, the hacker independently contacted the Sperax team, after which, the hacker returned the funds. After studying this AMA, I was very upset. I shared it in the official PeckShield Telegram group. The PeckShield community and PeckShield team members supported me. Thanks to the honesty of the PeckShield team and its community, justice was served. Appropriate tweets were published with words of gratitude for me and for the PeckShield team member. Also, the Sperax team promised to pay me a reward. That said, as one of the Sperax team members said, I deserved a much larger reward than a conditional keg of beer. A couple of days went by. The Sperax team offered me $500 as a reward for my help. Now the Sperax team said they found all the information before I did. And my independent investigation actually duplicated them, so they were one step ahead of me. They said that the hacker had contacted the Sperax team on his own and provided me with screenshots of messages from the hacker. Despite the fact that the hacker was sending them messages from a newly created Twitter account which gave the hacker the ability to walk away from the conversation at any time, nevertheless, according to the team, they could have gotten the funds from the hacker anyway, since he had expressed his desire to return the funds himself. The fact that the hacker pointed out that the Sperax team did not respond to him, it turns out, is not taken into account by the team. If you analyze such cases, when private investigators or security companies provide assistance in recovering funds, you will notice that such rewards are usually much higher than the reward of 0.17% of the refund, that is, the reward that the Sperax team has offered me. Nevertheless, the Sperax team has not officially announced any rewards for helping me catch the hacker. In that case, a reward of $500 is a better reward than a free reward. And that reward is not even enough for one keg of beer, but enough to buy 2 kegs of beer. So, I'm grateful to the Sperax team that they still found it necessary to pay me a $500 reward for helping them get back $300,000. I want to say a special thanks to the PeckShield team for the help they gave me, because without their help, I probably wouldn't have received any award at all. Also, I would like to thank the PeckShield team for their hard round-the-clock work that contributes to crypto security. See you soon, dear friends.